Hello everyone. In this video tutorial, I will discuss about Nessus Professional to do web application analysis or test. Okay. The tools that we are going to use is Nessus Professional. Okay. Let me show you how to download this program first. Okay. Well, student need to go to Google. Okay. And type here Nessus professional download. Okay. From here, let me see. Nessus professional download trial download. Here we go. So here you click this link. Okay. As soon as you find out, then you need to click this link. Go to the free trial. Okay. Let me see if they ask you to Nessus vulnerability try for free. All right. So student need to fill out this information. Okay. They ask you to have a company email. Perhaps student can use STC email or your organizational emails. Okay. As soon as you download, you fill out this information, the company will send you email. Okay, so make sure you check your email. Okay, I don't think you can use your Yahoo account or Gmail account. So be sure that you use a student STC email or your organizational email in case you are working in the IT field right now. Okay. So be patient. It takes about 5-10 minutes to receive the email. After student receive the email, you can follow and click the link. Okay, and type forget password because student need to have a username and password. So when you follow through the link, click forget password, enter your email and enter your email address and forget password. From there, you will receive a username and email. Okay. All right. Once you receive the link how to download the tools and install that. By the way, to install the Nessus, it takes about 15 maybe to 30 minutes. So please be patient because they have to install the plugin also, right? During the process, they also ask you to install the WinCap. Make sure you say yes, otherwise you may not be able to use the Nessus Professional. Okay. What else here? When student successfully get the username and password, they are able to get access to the community center portal. This is where the site you can download the program. Make sure you download Nessus Professional. Okay. From there you download it and then they will display activation code because once you install and set up the program successfully, you need to have an activation code. The activation code lasts about 7 days. So before you do the hands-on lab, make sure that you have the time and plan to explore within 7 days after installing the program. All right. As I mentioned to you before, be patient since it takes time to set up and to install and set up this program in your PC. I would suggest you download this in your host PC because from your host PC, then you can do a vulnerability analysis to your VM machine. Okay. All right. So, what else here? Let me see. Okay. When students successfully install the Nessus, you can go to click My Scan. Okay. Go to New Scan. Okay. Go to the New Scan. And when you go to the New Scan, the program can do some activities. Okay. For example, they can check the WannaCry ransomware. Okay. They can also do a basic network scan, malware scan. Okay. Internal PCI. This is for compliance. Okay. For compliance thing. If you work for the hospital, there is a HIPAA. Okay. So student may need to get the additional module for HIPAA. Okay. So, but for the purpose of our lab, we just want to do the web application test. Okay. Scan for published and unknown web vulnerabilities. Notice that they can also do a mobile device scan, right? So Nessus basically support multiple platforms like Mac, Windows, Linux, and mobile operating system. Also can be used for regulatory compliance such as PCI if your organization deal with a credit card, or HIPAA. HIPAA is for healthcare professional. Okay. The program costs $3,000, so over $3,000. For us, I don't think we will buy this program at this moment, unless you are a professional penetration tester or a certified ethical hacking professional. Then they may have to purchase this to do for their work for their clients. All right, there is another free version. It's called OpenVAS. Okay, I will show that in another video. Let me see if I have some let me see if I have a note here, right? Maybe I have a note here. Okay. So I have a note. Let me show it to you. I have this note on Microsoft Word, so I'm gonna put this on the blackboard so student can reference this. All right. What else here? So now, since we're gonna do a web application test, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna click this, and then I'm gonna put the name. Let's say that I'm gonna do Metasploitable scan. Okay. And then you can put a description. Metasploitable. Okay. All right. The target IP address here, I already set up the Metasploitable to remember at the beginning of the semester. I asked you to install all the operating system like Kali Linux, Metasploitable, and possibly Windows 7 or Windows 8. Okay. Try not to run all the operating system at the same time, especially Windows and Linux at the same time, because why? It may slow down your computer. So if you don't have enough memory, I would suggest you go to school, right? We have a lab in our school, in our department, so please contact Esteban Cedio or Mario Ramirez at 872-6476. Make an appointment so student can do this thing in the school or in the department computer lab, in case you don't have enough resources. All right. So notice that my Metasploitable is 56.103, right? So I'm gonna put 192.168.56.103, and then I'm gonna click save. When I click save, right, I'm gonna run this, right? However, I'm not gonna run because why? I already did that, because this takes some time. So, but for student, please run this one. Okay, student need to launch the vulnerability scanning, otherwise you won't be able to get the result. So here, let me show it to you. I already scanned this yesterday. Notice that when I scan my Metasploitable too, they find these several vulnerabilities, right? They identify as critical, high, medium, low, and info, right? For example, here, let's find out this one, right? CGI generic remote file inclusion. So let's click this one. It tells you that the remote web server script failed to adequately sanitize require request string. By leveraging this issue, the attacker may be able to include a remote file from a remote server. So what's the solution? Restrict access to vulnerable application and contact the vendor for a patch or upgrade. Notice that these tools allow you to find what's the problem and the solution, right? So let me come back again to vulnerabilities, right? So the high and the critical, as a system admin, you need to pay attention with this, right? We need to fix it right away, okay? Also, we can save this file, we can save this data and submit it to, we can submit this as a PDF, for example, right? Generate report, okay? We generating a report, and then we open this, right? So this is how we do a vulnerability analysis for web application. Then we need to print this out and taking care of this matter as soon as possible. All right. So this is Nessus Professional is a powerful tool. I would suggest students to play around a little bit. Okay. And perhaps you guys can print this out, right? Critical and high, we need to pay attention to this. We need to patch this or find a solution, okay? What else we can do here, right? Let me see. From here, what else? Setting? Okay. When I go to the setting tab, we have an overview about what type of tools that we use. We use Nessus Professional version 8, right? We have the version, we have a license host. Since this is a trial, we only allow up to 32 use, which is fine. I just show you this video for a demo. And then we have last updated, license expire. Notice that I still have 6 more days to play around with this. So if you have time, please feel free to do this. Plugin set, policy template version, and activation code. This is the one that I mentioned. If you don't have activation code, student may not be able to do the lab. All right. So make sure that you follow the instruction carefully and take time to read that. It's not that difficult, but it takes a little bit more time. Okay. What else here? I go here. Notice that I also do a demo testfire.net. Let me show you a website. Demo testfire.net. This website, this is a vulnerable website that developed by IBM companies. So students can always do some penetration testing, okay, using this free website for us to use. For example, this is, I'm going to use, for example, JSmith, right? Notice that we are not supposed to have this. The cache, they are not supposed to retain this username and password. And I'm going to put the password is demo123, I believe, right? Let me see if I can enter. Oh no. JSmith, I think demo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Oh, it failed. Okay. I need to find out there. What's the password? Let me see. Demo 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Demo 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So I also run a scan here, right? With Nessus Professional, I run this scan demo testfire.net, right? Let me show you the result. Okay, you need to go here, click new scan, and then do a web application test and type this one, the vulnerable demo testfire.net. Okay, you enter this demo testfire.net and save, and then you launch the things. Okay, so I already did the scanning, so let me show you the report. Okay, here I did this one. Notice that I have a few vulnerabilities here, right? I did not finish all the scan yesterday because it takes so for a long time. Notice that I ran about 15 minutes and they still haven't completed. So I just cut it in the 12:04 a.m. Okay, so if I click this, okay, now we find the problem here. Web application potential vulnerable to clickjacking. I click medium. Okay, I scan this IP address, right? Notice that when I do a demo testfire.net, it gives me the IP address, the DNS name, right? It gives you the Dell, the operating system they use, right? They still use Microsoft Windows 7, and I scanned it yesterday, and it takes about 20 minutes, right? So if I click this one, it will show you what's the description, what's the problem, and the solution. The solution is return the XFrame option or content security policy HTTP header with the page response. Okay. So here they give you all the problem that we have. Okay. So this is kind of a very powerful tool. I would suggest students play around with that a little bit, and you can save this as a PDF, HTML, or CVS. Okay. Before I let you go, I just want to make sure that you download this Nessus on the host PC, and then you run a scan for your Metasploitable. Remember, we need to install Metasploitable 2 from the previous week. So in this tutorial, we do some practice of 2 of them. Okay, we do 2 scan, right? We do 2 scan, the demo test fire and Metasploitable 2. What student need to do? Well, first, student need to watch this video tutorial in the YouTube, and then after that, they need to install and download all the hardware and the software requirement. After finish completing the lab, please write a summary of 2 or 3 paragraphs about Nessus Professional for web vulnerability analysis. Be sure to include a few screenshots. Okay, I think I mentioned this to you. If you don't have a computer that support this lab exercise, please go to STC library, not STC library, STC department. We have like a lab on the second floor. So please contact Esteban or Mario at this number. All right. With this, we can do so many detection, as I mentioned to you before, right? Malware analysis to detect unpatched system, outdated equipment, and many. All right. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this video is informative and value to you. If you have any question, please email me. I will try to answer your question as soon as possible. So I'm gonna go log out here, right? Thank you. Oh, by the way, don't forget to read the documentation also, right? I have documentation how to install them, right? This one, read a little bit. Once student download it, there will be like a documentation how to set up and install this, because that will help student to navigate through this lab. All right then. Thank you. Have a wonderful day or afternoon.